Welcome to Ewood Park, home of the 1994-5 Premier League champions. During the next 100 minutes, we're going to be looking at Rovers' fortunes during 95 and 6, a season which brought its ups and downs for the team and the fans. But we'll begin with a rightful last look at the celebrations and great moments when Blackburn Rovers brought the championship trophy home to Ewood.
Harsh words were said through the sweat and tears. We gave it all with so much pride. Now from the dust we would raise ourselves. This time that extra bit of love is on our side. Strong men cry when they taste defeat. They gave it all with their flags unfurled. They were denied and we won the day. How can sympathy go out when we're on top of the world? Victory! It took the very best to win. Victory! The celebrations can begin. I can feel it. Blow that lays you on the floor. You won't get up if you're not centered anymore. You're competitive, you can't bear to lose. You want everything, you've got to choose.
new season, the biggest prize in British football safely locked up in the trophy cabinet, and time for change at Ewood Park as Kenny Dalglish surprises fans and the football world in general with his decision to move upstairs at Ewood Park. He gives up the reins to his right-hand man, Ray Harford. Did Kenny's decision to move upstairs come as a surprise to Ray?
No, not really. I mean, I've worked with Kenny now. I'd worked for Kenny for 4 years, and he's his own man, he would do it. So, in a way, nothing surprises you with Kenny. Kenny will do exactly what he feels is right for everybody.
Had you got to the stage, though, where you wanted to be number one?
Yeah, if I'm honest, I would say yes, I want to be number one. I'd enjoyed the 4 years, and it'd been a terrific adventure. And it had been great success, and the club had taken off, and it had become a really big club. And having won the league, it was the pinnacle. And so I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to be a number one, but there was no great urgency to do it.
On the field, there was little change in personnel. Robbie Slater departed to West Ham, and Matty Holmes came in the opposite direction. The memories of an unforgettable season still lingered on in the hearts and minds of fans as Rovers began their title defence. August would prove to be a difficult month, yet it all started well enough in the Ewood sunshine.
Blackburn Rovers begin the defence of their Premiership title. Led out by Tim Sherwood, they host Queen's Park Rangers this afternoon. Out comes Chris Sutton, and at the back of the queue, Alan Shearer. Long ball pumped forward, Sutton's got something on it, and Ripley sends in the cross, and Alan Shearer was diving for that one, and he's been impeded in the penalty area, and the referee points to the spot without hesitation. Ripley's ball just chipped in, and Shearer just clearly pushed by Bardsley, and it is Alan Shearer who'll step up and opens his account on the first match of the season with ease. Took it well, struck it firmly and sent the keeper. Oh, there's no offside given there, and Flowers surely is in trouble there with the referee. He came out a little too soon and committed himself. He's gone down injured, he's receiving treatment, and as soon as he stands up, the referee shows him the red card. But Tim Flowers not in the best of shapes, and a disappointing end to the match.
You like Queen's Park Rangers, don't you? You scored 3 against them last year in the corresponding fixture.
Yeah, I wish we could play QPR every week if I was going to get on the score sheet every week. But no, they made it difficult for us in the second half, and really pushed on when we went down to 10 men. But as I said, the defence and the goalkeeper held out.
Yeah, as you say, the last 20 minutes down to 10 men. How disappointed was Tim Flowers with that decision?
He's obviously disappointed to be sent off, but I don't think he's got any arguments at all. And in the rules nowadays, he's got to be sent off, and the ref's done what the rule book says.
The first away trip of the season took Rovers to Hillsborough, the home of Sheffield Wednesday, and a first defeat in the league.
Sheridan with a free kick for Wednesday. To Atherton, Waddle's outside him. Now Chris Waddle, danger man. He's cleared that one awkwardly, and Tim Flowers watches it go in. Chris Waddle with a freak goal. So just prodding that one forward. Up come again, Sherwood's there. Oh, it's a dipper, and Pressman makes a good stop. Good strike from the Blackburn captain, and it was dipping wickedly. Good save, Kevin Pressman. Good tidy build-up from Blackburn. Here's Ripley. This is a good positive move. And he's pulled back the cross nicely. And this is Holmes holding it up again for Alan Shearer. Great goal, Blackburn. And Shearer yet again finds the back of the net. The good positive move from start to finish. Holmes held it up nicely, and Sherwood with that little killer pass. Shearer didn't need asking twice. Petrescu flats this one over. Andrew heads it away, back over by Pembridge. Nolan, and Pembridge again has scored late on, and there was nothing Flowers could do about that. Atkins needs to win this back pretty quickly, and yes he does. The linesman's a little unhappy with the response from him. The referee's talking to him. Sure it was for the back chat to the linesman, and off he goes, right at the end. Big local derby. McAteer plays one out wide. In comes the cross, and De Freitas is in there, and he's got half a head to it. He's there again, and he's hooked it in, and Bolton take the lead against Blackburn. Berg. Infield to Batty. Now Sherwood. Fine ball forward. Holmes is there. He's twisting round to left foot shot, and it's crept in. Matty Holmes has given Blackburn a lifeline. Well, that's given the crowd something to shout about. And the new lad from West Ham's done it. He seemed to be running into trouble here, but suddenly checked back on himself, and it's got a deflection actually, and dropped in the net. Free kick for Bolton to the far post, and headed in by Alan Stubbs. Well, he got his head to it well.
We were going into the unknown, really. It was difficult because you were up there, people had the expectations of you. You wanted to do well, you wanted to show people that you were capable of doing again what you'd already done. So really, this, you know, the carrot was there and the scene was set for us. 2 away, it started with Sheffield Wednesday, which we were up against this 3 central defence, if you will, of a 5-man defence. And I think a lot of teams had employed these tactics against us as the season went on, because they felt that we didn't just do as well against this this formation as we'd like to have done.
Radio Rovers, 1413 AM.
Lines are open, taking your calls for the next 20 minutes or so to Radio Rovers. The Radio Rovers touchline.
This is the champion station.
1413 AM.
We obviously talk about Blackburn Rovers. We don't need to apologise to any of our listeners about doing that. We're obviously very, very partisan. We obviously support the Rovers. We are the Rovers station, so it is we and not they. We don't say to the manager after the match, how do you think the team played? It's how did we play today? We don't apologise for that, and that's why we're so successful. That's why people listen.
Radio Rovers, 1413 AM.
So it's 2 away defeats in 4 days, I'll whisper that. Not the ideal preparation for the visit of Man United. Many pundits are saying Rovers' disappointing start to the season, perhaps down to champions hangover. So what does Stuart Ripley think?
Well, I mean, I don't think that's really fair. I think we played quite well in both the games, and unfortunately we just haven't come out with the result. When we played last year, we played a lot worse than that and came away with 3 points. So, you know, it's very, very early days, and obviously we want to put it right as soon as possible, and Man United's the ideal game for us to do that.
A game like tonight can't come soon enough. I'm sure they're desperate to beat Manchester United. The fans are desperate for them to beat Manchester United after what we've had to suffer and endure in the past against the Reds. And really, I think it's the ideal opportunity to play Manchester United 2 days after you've had a second away defeat. I'm just looking forward to tonight, to a match that hopefully will have no controversy in it, because I'm tired of playing Manchester United and feeling, how can I put it, robbed, cheated at the end of the game.
And it appears that controversy goes wherever the two teams meet up. It doesn't matter where the heck we play these people, there is always some sort of controversy. Well, surely we could just have a straightforward game of football, can't we?
Well, the first thing I did this evening when I got to the ground was check who the referee was, and it's David Ellery, who is supposedly, and Alan will verify this, one of the top 3 referees in the Premiership.
David Ellery, tonight's referee. Both of the contests between these teams were controversial last season. Gerald Ashby infuriated Kenny Dalglish at Ewood Park by sending off Henning Berg, and in the rematch at Old Trafford, Tim Sherwood had an equalising effort ruled out late on in the game, so Eric Cantona's goal settled the match. Blackburn get us underway. And a real crackling atmosphere around Ewood Park.
Even though both sides have not had a perfect start to the season, this is a crunch match for both sets of supporters as the foul there on David Battle.
Henning Berg. Ripley bearing down on Owen and getting across into Sutton, and he just couldn't control, and Pallister cleared. Here's Holmes. Matty Holmes with a shot. And he scored at the weekend, and how he would have loved a goal tonight. Here's Chris Sutton. Ripley. Shearer! The flag was up against Alan Shearer, and Schmeichel came out to smother it anyway. The flag was up on the near side against Alan Shearer. Pearce and Sharp went for the same ball. Hall collects in the end. Here's Scholes. Sharp. Scholes. And Cole is onside, and he's got there ahead of the goalkeeper. Andy Cole has almost done it. What a great saving challenge from Colin Hendry, right on the line. Well, he denied Cole with a tackle a moment ago, and now he's denied Andy Cole with that goal line clearance, just as the deadlock seems set to be broken. The Manchester United youngsters having settled down well during the first 45 minutes. But finding another Scholes, and here's Andy Cole. Nicky Butt. Oh, good save by Flowers. Cole was in there, and Scholes almost got him in from the angle. And cleared up the line. Ray Sharp. What an amazing sequence. Tim Flowers thought that he'd kept out everything that could be struck at him, but Lee Sharp was quickest to react in the end. Manchester United, after half a minute of the second half, are ahead. Ripley. Good run from Ripley. Looking for Sutton, and Pallister in the way.
Good build-up play there. Ripley goes past the defender. It's Bruce, he goes past. Left foot cross. Pallister in a great position. Here's the danger.
Ripley with a kick. Bruce's header up into the air, that's Shearer, now Hendry looking for it. Shearer! Alan Shearer scores his 3rd goal of the season, and he couldn't be any happier, and neither could the Blackburn fans.
But how many times has this man got Blackburn out of trouble? Here we see the first header away from Bruce. Comes back in from Berg. I think it's Shearer, sorry. What a half volley that is with his left foot. Tremendous strike. I was just talking about who could score the goal. Well, I should have known better, shouldn't I? Because that Shearer has come up on so many times trumps for this team. Gives Schmeichel absolutely no chance. It's one thing to hit it on the half volley. It's another thing to keep it low and accurate like that. He's accomplished that.
Brilliantly executed goal by Alan Shearer. Here's Chris Sutton. Atkins, Batty and Ripley are all waiting in the middle. Sutton has done well. Here's Henning Berg. Berg with the shot. Neville takes the throw. Keane. Butt. Sharp. Nicky Butt. It just won't break for them. It might now. Here's Cole. Can he turn? Shot! Bruce finds Cole. And here's Keane. The sliding challenge from Colin Hendry, and the referee lets it go.
Well, this is interesting. Hendry's one to be booked. If he was to book him, it would mean a red card. He's already been booked once.
Yes, Keane was booked in the first half. But he did, of course, book Graham Lasso for taking a dive as well. So here the question of consistency comes into play, and Keane is off for taking that dive in the penalty area. Roy Keane is sent off here.
On this occasion here, you see it quite clearly. Hendry goes in. Keane overplays the ball, takes a dive over Hendry's foot. No way is that a free kick. Mr. Ellery has sent him off.
Little flick on by Batty. Now Sutton held up. He's away anyway from Pallister. Can he get it across here? Schmeichel did well because Newell was closing in behind it. Sherwood. They're throwing all their resources forward now, Blackburn. Only Ian Pearce left back. Here's Shearer. Hendry. Berg. And Schmeichel relied there on Nicky Butt to clear. Batty! Oh, a good try by David Batty. He spotted Peter Schmeichel off his line. And it's all over. And as ever, with a match of this high profile, it produces plenty of talking points. Alex Ferguson, the happier of the managers. Alan Shearer did his bit for Blackburn Rovers with a goal to cancel out Lee Sharp's just 30 seconds into the second half. Much of the action also revolves about a player who didn't see it through to the end of the 90 minutes. Last season, this fixture produced a sending off, and this year, David Ellery sent off Roy Keane for a second bookable offence.
Bobby Mims deputising for Tim Flowers in this match, as Blackburn hope to pick up some points on the road. Shearer, early stages, good turn into the box, fine shot, great save Bosnich. Tested early on by Alan Shearer. Taylor, oh, York, good dummy, Dwight York, that's charged down well. Here's Milosevic, dangerous on that left foot. Good strike, good goal. Nothing Bobby Mims could do about that. The Serbian has put Villa in the lead. Lasso. Oh, it's a fine ball into the box. Newell's got it into the middle, and Shearer is denied for the second time by Mark Bosnich. Good build-up play by Blackburn. Ripley again. It's a good cross. Shearer's in there. He's pulled two defenders with him. Alan Shearer! Yes! Great goal. And Shearer's done it again for Blackburn. Rovers back level. Thanks to Shearer. Ripley's cross picks him out nicely. He goes in between two defenders, and Bosnich does not move. Perfect control on the chest, spins and buries it. Super.
So, an improved performance against Aston Villa, but then no consolation prize for Rovers when they went down 3-0 at Anfield the following week. Things clearly going from bad to worse for manager Ray Harford.
I have a face that looks miserable. But it only looks miserable, I think, when I'm thinking. It's that when I've got things on my mind, becomes a scowl, you know, becomes and people will say like you're miserable, but when I was with you 4 years as a coach, I was never miserable then. It was just probably I didn't have that much to think about. I mean, all I had to think about was actually doing my sessions and doing the coaching and doing that part of it. When the selection of the team is more in your mind, then that's from like soon after the game.
Ball up. Puts it back and load in. A useful cross. Allison coming in! O'Sullivan. Finney a target in the penalty area. He's found the young Finney! It's 2-0! 2 goals in a minute!
Not a bad little deal, that one.
Rousseau, oh, they got one back. Excellent finish by Chris Sutton. However, look at this, Blackburn looking very threatening now on the break with Shearer. Sutton ahead of him. Newell arriving as well. And the shot deflected in. Shearer didn't need anyone's help apart from the little deflection that made sure that with 3 minutes of the first half remaining, Blackburn have wiped out Swindon's 2-0 lead. Goes in long again towards Sutton, who chested it down to Rousseau. Good run by him, and Shearer!
There's no danger, was it? Oh, dear, oh dear. What a great finish.
Rovers were 4th from bottom when they finally got their act together against Coventry City.
Newell tries to squeeze over the cross, he's done well. And that's going to be a corner for Blackburn. Chris Sutton still to make an impression this season. That's curled over nicely. Shearer's in there! A little deft touch into the back of the net, and Rovers are ahead. Sherwood's set piece flicked on delicately at the near post, and the deftest of touches from Alan Shearer. And Love for Coventry. Great dribbling, good skills. Oh, and bang on the upright. Oh, and a great save at the second attempt. Great save, Flowers. Peter and Love, he's so dangerous when he runs at players, and that was unfortunate. As for the second shot, brilliant save. And Coventry getting themselves to a bit of trouble here. Oh, and that's been won back by Batty, and that's going to be a free kick. No question about that one. Graham Lasso to deliver this. Now, and Hendry's unmarked, and it's gone in. Colin Hendry stood up and got his left foot to the ball, and it squeezed through the keeper's legs. Graham Lasso delivered this one. Hendry just getting to the ball ahead of his marker. And no chance for the keeper, just straight through him it went. Oh, Hendry's made a mistake there, and Love, he's round the keeper, and he's going to be brought down, and that's a penalty. Tim Flowers believes that he dived. And Love steps up to take it, and he's hit the post for the second time in the match. Pickering puts in a cross for Coventry. Well, that's driven dangerously, and Love's there! And this time it goes in off the woodwork for him. (2-1) to Rovers. And there's a chance again of another break here. Oh, it's a fine ball down the line. Mike Newell's herring away at this one. Newell, oh, so unselfish. And Alan Shearer has the simplest of tasks to make it number 3 for Rovers. Mike Newell could have gone for glory here, but he just looks up there, and it's such an unselfish pass, and the keeper's in no man's land. Alan Shearer doesn't miss them from that range. Good distribution from Tim Flowers, and a good flick on Shearer's on for a hat-trick. Magnificent finish. Great hat-trick from the Rovers hitman. Excellent flick on by Mike Newell, but look at this for a finish. Absolutely buries it, gave the keeper no chance. Again caught in possession. Batsy's lifted a nice ball forward. Shearer's on the end of it. Alan Shearer cuts inside. Oh, it's a great ball in. It's going to go in, is it? No, the keeper saved it. Oh, but Pearce has hooked it in. The second attempt. To score a great goal for him. He's delighted with that one. And Blackburn have hit number 5. Shearer here, the cross is inch perfect. It's on his head. That's saved just by the keeper. But it's here where Pearce follows it up and whips it in. 5-1.
Another hat-trick for Shearer and another landmark 100 League and Cup goals for the club. As usual, Shearer remains his own modest self.
Coventry at home, we'd be expected to win the game, and we obviously did very comfortably. And it was a great day for me personally, obviously, with scoring a hat-trick. But the most important thing was to get our season back on the rails, and not only get the 3 points, but to put in a good performance as well, and that's exactly what we did.
Unfortunately, the revival was short-lived as Rovers were beaten 2-0 away to Middlesbrough, and following 2 defeats in the Champions League, a mountain of criticism about Rovers' performances in Europe meant that perhaps all was not well in the camp.
It was obvious that everyone wasn't happy because we weren't winning. And if you're winning, then everything's rosy and going very sweet. But you find out more about your players, I think, and about the people around you when things aren't going so well for you. And perhaps he learnt 1 or 2 things in that little period.
New blood was needed to give a boost to the team and fans. In came Lars Bohinen from Nottingham Forest, and Billy McKinlay followed a few weeks later from Villa. The next test for the team came in the Coca Cola Cup against Swindon Town.
Ripley's corner. Oh yes, goal! Guess who? Alan Shearer yet again. Now Shearer's made something of this. He's got another half chance here. Alan Shearer! Again, it's just perfection. Great finish.
Lars Bohinen's silky skills were soon to make a big impression on a dream debut.
Hendry gets it away. Still in the air, and now Blackburn get it down. Batty for Berg. Oh, it's a good ball in the channel. Ripley's there again. This is dangerous. Fine cross and a great goal. Lars Bohinen on his debut. Would you believe it? And he took it with supreme confidence. It's a perfect cross, to be fair, but he heads it with great power. There's no chance for the keeper. Not a bad throw from a standing start. Oh, and Besant juggles with it, but stops Alan Shearer. Ripley. Southampton can't cope with it. Hendry's shot cannons against the bar. Colin Hendry again. In the end, his distribution just falls astray. Bohinen again. It's good footwork. Oh, it's good little movement between Newell and Shearer fouled on the edge of the penalty area, and he may well fancy this free kick himself here. It's just a late boot there, the referee quite right. Well, Sherwood's over it as well. Oh, Shearer's taken it quickly, and that's why. He's done it again for Rovers. Alan Shearer whips it over the wall. It's got enough pace on it, and Besant doesn't stand a prayer. Here's Lars Bohinen again. Oh, it's a good strike, and this time the keeper does save it. It's an impressive debut. Hit that well. It's a good stop. Letitia here with the free kick. It's good shape to it. Watson's in there. Good save, Flowers. Watson hooks it in at the second attempt. And that's Southampton's consolation goal.
The first game, I think the first 20 minutes I hardly touched the ball, and then I went for a Stuart Ripley cross, and the ball hit my head and it went into the goal. Never scored a goal with my head before, and it was a bit special, and it was also my first game, so it made it even more special.
There was still no joy away from home, but Alan Shearer staved off another defeat with a last-gasp equaliser at West Ham.
Chris Sutton's gone back to Mark Alvin Martin. That's where it's going. Sutton won it. This is Bishop. Did that well.
Oh, and Dowie came in! It's Ian Dowie's first goal in his second spell with West Ham.
Bohinen, Shearer and Ripley waiting. Shearer! It's in! Blackburn equalise, Alan Shearer. McCloskey and his defender tried desperately to claw that one out, but Alan Shearer may have gained Blackburn their first away point of the season when it was looking too late. There's the header. It just clears McCloskey's dive. And as Bohinen played the ball in, this was Shearer, unmarked really, nobody jumped with him. And the ball ended up in the net to make it 1-1.
Probably the question that everybody was asking at that time of the season, and perhaps still is to a certain extent, is why your away form was so different from your home form.
Yeah, well, it's difficult to say. It seems to me like when we're playing away, the movement is a lot less than it is here when we play at home. We play with a lot more confidence, it seems like, when we're playing home. Other than that, I think that when you go on a few losses on the trot away, you will get a little bit kind of nervous and uptight, and you don't relax when you play, and I think that might be some of the reason.
Nice little dummy played there, but Watford get possession once more with Mooney coming back to do some good work. Oh, Pearce has given it away! Phillips with a great chance! What an incredible mistake there! It's a good cross there from Watford. In fact, it was tipped away brilliantly by Tim Flowers from Millen's header. Holdsworth with a header, and tipped away again by Flowers. He's played a good ball this time for Ripley. Oh, and off the crossbar. Hendry, it skims off his head. There it is. Shearer's done it. It's a good cross again towards the far side, and Newell on the far side with a header. And it's gone in now, it hit the post from Batty. Still with Jeff Kelly. Batty away outside him.
Now with Kenner again, he's got a good left foot on him. Onto that left foot now, the little dink cross! And Mike Newell makes it 2-1 for Blackburn.
October finished with a flourish as Rovers found their home form once more against Chelsea.
Free kick for Rovers. Alan Shearer the favourite to strike this. Here he comes, through the wall. And well stopped by Carey. Went straight through the Chelsea wall here. I think it's the Rovers players in it that broke it up a little bit. Carey saved well though. Berg, that's a fine crossfield ball, and it's wormed its way through there. Here's Batty. Oh, fine slip ball in field. Bohinen holds it up nicely. Picks out Batty again. Long range strike there from Sherwood. Oh yes! Carey had no chance with that one. And the Rovers captain leads the way again. Was just took a deflection, I think, on the way in, and it made it even more difficult for the keeper. Shearer, great awareness, an excellent ball. Now Ripley moved in field with that one. Ripley kills one, and Carey is tested yet again. Equal to it this time. But Rovers are keeping him busy. Shearer's onside. The flag stays down. He's got Newell with him. Alan Shearer. He doesn't need him. Well, put him one-on-one with the keeper, and it's very rare you see him make an error. And on this occasion, he sprung the offside trap again, head into the penalty box, and as Ruud Gullit approached, he buries it. Two-nil Rovers. Pearce, Lars Bohinen now. Oh, it's a good burst of pace. Bohinen, he's still going. He's got great feet, this lad. Good cross to the far post, and Newell's there. You can't hit one much harder than that. Struck that really sweetly. Mike Newell deserving of a goal. He's a real team man. Bohinen's cross was good. Shearer wins it again, and there he just blasts it. Great accuracy.
Disappointment followed with a 1-0 defeat against Legia Warsaw in Poland. Away form still causing concern, and Rovers suffered a miserable start in November with defeats against Everton and Newcastle. Would the team be able to lift themselves to celebrate the official opening of the stadium by Jack Walker? The answer was a resounding yes.
This is Newell. Behind him, Sherwood. Lofted cross. Shearer favourite to get to the ball, but little does well. Only as far as Batty. Now Bohinen, how he'd love to score against Forest. Sherwood would love to score as well, and that's not too bad at all. Promising move again from Blackburn Rovers. Ian Rowan takes his time. There's a little posse of red shirts gathered on the edge of the area. One of those, two of those are cleared off the line. First of all from Colin Cooper, and then a second shot flew in. Danger still not over from Lee, and Flowers is just thankful to grab onto that ball. Waited till his balance and his posture was just right, and then stung Nottingham Forest with the opening goal of the game. Away go Blackburn again. David Batty to Lasso, now to Bohinen. Nottingham Forest trailing to Blackburn by 1-0. Alan Shearer the scorer. Behinen's cross, this could be a second, it's cleared from under his own crossbar and Shearer almost got a second. Batty, Behinen, Kenner. Blackburn trying to stretch Forest, trying to find a gap, trying to exploit some weakness. There isn't a great deal. Maybe there's one now, there's Behinen! Oh, he scored against his former club, and that will mean so much to Lars Behinen. Lars Behinen in his war of words with Frank Clark enters another chapter as he kisses his new Blackburn Rovers shirt. One thing was on his mind as he got the ball there to beat Mark Crossley, and he did it with some style. They have looked solid, Blackburn Rovers, it has to be said. Only a couple of problematic moments for Tim Flowers when Cooper and Chettle went forward. Little's cross takes a deflection. In goes Wone, should be the goalkeeper as he stays on his line, and it's cleared off the line. Flowers got out of jail then. With the league closing down on him, an excellent tackle from Colin Hendry, an excellent interception from Colin Hendry. Shearer, Ripper to the right, and it's an untidy challenge to say the least from Steve Chettle, who's already been booked. 1 yellow, 2 yellows, red, and Chettle goes off to mark a miserable afternoon for Nottingham Forest. Shearer had turned him, and out of a sheer frustration he took the England man's legs, and it's a long walk for Steve Chettle. Forest are down to 10 men and 3 goals down. Shot from Shearer, oh, it's a ball for Blackburn, it's Shearer's hat-trick. Down to ill judgment from the goalkeeper, but also sheer power from Shearer the scorer. Misery, misery, misery for Nottingham Forest. An extra set missile went through the body of Crossley. We've seen a lot from him this afternoon. Potency in the first half, power from the header, and a superbly struck free kick. Newell. Shearer's looking for his fourth, he could find it! Oh, he almost did, that would have been a goal to remember. It's all smiles at Blackburn now. Now Ripley, fouled by Salenzi. Now, can Shearer top the last goal he scored? It's about 5 yards further back. This time he doesn't shoot, puts the cross in. Ball to Behinen looking for his second! And he's scored it! Oh, what a sweet afternoon for Lars Behinen. That'll mean more to him than the hat-trick to Alan Shearer, believe me. Shearer's free kick. Forest again unable to clear the ball, and Behinen punished them big style. Bart Williams to Salenzi. Blocked by Byrne. Batty runs, full of energy. Teasing pass. Shearer looking for Newell, could be a 6. Yes, it is! A 6th goal to Blackburn Rovers, bundled over the line by Mike Newell, assisted by who else but Alan Shearer. Half a dozen goals for Blackburn Rovers. They've been struggling this season. This undoubtedly their best of the season. The ball running their way all afternoon. Newell enters the score sheet, 6-0. Ripley with the corner, curls it away, just away from Shearer. Batty flies in. So wants some of the glory. He's got it. That's the 7th, the magnificent 7. They're firing real bullets. That came from the barrel of Graham Lasso, right through the heart of Nottingham Forest. Their defence is down. Blackburn hitting the target at will. The champions at last playing like champions. 7-0.
An afternoon and a special day to remember for Jack Walker, the fans, and the team in particular, Lars Bohinen.
First, I hadn't lost in 25 games, and I was in 20 of them, and it was very special for me to beat them up here and 7-0 and scoring 2 goals myself, which I've never done in a senior game. It was tremendous, you know, one of the best footballing days of my career.
Pretty well documented that you didn't perhaps leave the City Ground on the best of terms. Were you particularly fired up for that game?
Well, I was fired up. I was a little bit nervous, you know, a little bit more nervous than I usually am, and but I knew there was a lot of at stake, and I wanted to you know, prove Frank Clark wrong when he claimed that I only went for money. I told him I went to a better club, and I think we proved that in that game.
But just as spirits were lifted by the sublime display, they sank to rock bottom as Graham Lasso and David Batty made the headlines in a punch-up in the game against Spartak Moscow. Ray Harford remembers that period as one of the lowest times during the season.
It was a big problem I had, and how you get it. You're actually led by your senior players. Your senior players are the ones who lead the way things are going, and we have 3 or 4 leaders in the club who have actually swayed it around. And the part of the Russian situation was that there was a bit of friction between certain people, not necessarily Graham Lasso and David Batty as such, but there was a bit of friction, and the spirit wasn't as good as it had been. I think it's got better now. I think if you look around the club and you speak to people in the club, they would say it's got better now because they're all pulling the right way.
The month ended with battling of a different kind, a 0-0 draw against Arsenal, but elimination from the Coca Cola Cup by Leeds. December dawned and Rovers came up with a sparkling display at home to West Ham United.
Bohinen, his impetus just carries him away from his man there, Shearer. Now Stuart Ripley, who is jinking inside. Ripley finds Shearer again, and Shearer! He's done it yet again for Rovers. Great link up with Stuart Ripley. And then the shot that was unstoppable. Just rides the challenge there from Reaper and hits it underneath the hand of Mikosko. Newell, Sherwood, Batty, and Shearer. Well, it's not a bad ball. Newell still got it. It's good movement by Blackburn. Shearer's shot. Well, again, it gave Mikosko something to worry about. In truth, in the end, it just hit too true and rocketed over the bar. Throw-in. Well, that's not a bad one. Flipped on. Shearer's there. He can't miss. Alan Shearer. He's just a goal machine. Scored in every home match. And yet again there on the half volley, that was just lethal. Graham Lasso. Oh, it's a good dribble. Lassau's still going. Oh, it's fine play, Lassau. Oh, and that deserved better. Fine run. Oh, that's a cheeky little nutmeg. And the shot was just wide. Fine header by Ripley. Good interception. And Shearer picks him out again. It's a fine ball in, and Newell! Well, that's probably the best of the lot. Ripley really does pick people up beautifully from this right wing. And it's the most majestic ball in. And Newell's header was pinpoint. Fine goal for Blackburn. 3-0 ahead now. And Batty. Oh, that was looking for number 4, but McCloskey tips it away. Shearer's in there. It's got to be a penalty, surely. Alan Shearer has got it. Well, Dix is haggling with him here. That's bad enough in the first place. And then there could have been a handball there as well, so picked from one of the two, really. I think the referee gave it for the second offence. Alan Shearer for his hat-trick from the spot. And he's done it. Strikes it firm and true. 4-0, and yet another hat-trick from Blackburn's goal machine. So positive. He hits it hard and places it perfectly. It's unstoppable. So West Ham with the proverbial mountain to climb. Well, they might have been given a lifeline there. Not the best clearance. And is that a penalty? It's been given. One at either end now. Slater against his old club. Well, it didn't seem too much in it, but it's been given. And this is Julian Dix. Well, again, he strikes them firmly, doesn't he? Hits them hard. Not easy to stop. West Ham spurred on by that goal. They've got Hutchison in the middle. Here's Slater. Slater curls one. Oh, that's a fine goal. Well, he's done it against his old club. And there's a bit of appreciation for the lad there. It's a good little shimmy. And a good curler. That's 4-2.
There were more surprises in store in the Premier League. What was turning out to be a rather erratic season.
Hall, he's got a good left foot. He's weighted up the cross to the far post. Dublin for boost. Rovers fall behind. Dion Dublin. Good control. Oh, it's not a bad shot. Oh, a boost there again. Now here's Peter and Love. Oh, he stayed on his feet, and Love. It's number 4. And Salako's in the box. 5-0 to Coventry.
Just one of those days, to be honest. The match should never have been on due to the pitch, but we can't use that as an excuse because it was exactly the same for both sides, and they rose to the occasion more than we did. And again, just one of those days. I mean, we weren't at the races. As I said, the pitch was rock hard. It didn't have any under-soil heating, and it should have been called off 24 hours earlier, but it wasn't, and we only had ourselves to blame.
So humiliation for Rovers, and more bad news on the injury front as Chris Sutton was sidelined with an ankle injury. Chris Coleman was brought in from Crystal Palace to bolster the defence. A timely move in light of the horrific injury to Graham Lassau in the next game against Middlesbrough.
Ripley. Just checks inside. Stuart Ripley. Good ball into the box. Newell. Alan Shearer! Great goal for Blackburn. He's happy with that one, is Shearer. Newell's ball was perfect for him, and he just gave the keeper Walsh no chance.
Whilst the home form was formidable, Rovers had yet to notch up a win away from home, but they came desperately close to breaking their duck at Wimbledon.
So a Blackburn throw-in this pouring rain. And that's been knocked in towards Shearer. Oh, it's going to be an own goal, is it? Well, Sherwood has helped it in anyway. Well, a freak goal, but Blackburn won't mind. Just here, Shearer gets tackled. It's past the keeper for Wimbledon. Kenner puts his arms up in the air, and Sherwood helps it in. There's problems here for Blackburn. Holdsworth was lurking. There's the second strike, and Flowers has been robbed by Earl. Desperately tough in the conditions.
With 2 home games in 5 days, Rovers had plenty of chance to climb up the table, and they took full advantage.
Him off Quinn, and Batty keeps it in. This is Bohinen. Mike Newell finds Shearer, away from curls, Shearer's shot! And Shearer's goal after 11 minutes! Led off by Rosler, this is Flitcroft, it's behind Quinn. Ian Brightwell, Quinn, off the post! Kenner. Shearer doing so well, lines it off and Batty! Oh, off the post! Sherwood! And Ripley! And still he can't score. Great control from Shearer. This is David Batty. Batty going for goal! And what a way to open your account! David Batty's first goal for Blackburn, and it's a screamer! Bohinen. It's Stuart Ripley off the post!
Next up, in form Tottenham Hotspur, with Alan Shearer standing on the brink of yet another milestone.
Stuart Ripley. Oh, he's linked up well with Berg. And there's still a good chance for a cross for Blackburn. And there's the header! Just wide, but a good jump from Alan Shearer. Not free of his marker. Oh, it's a lovely dummy by Shearer. Here is again Alan Shearer onto his right foot. And Walker knew it was close. That's a good challenge for the ball by Newell. He's won it for Rovers. And here's Ripley. Oh, and that was again another menacing ball in. Walker on his mettle for the corner. First ever for Blackburn. And what a time to do it. Ripley, a lovely sidestep, beats his man, all ends up, and the cross again is a treat, and the header, well, Walker doesn't even move. Great goal. Ripley's given Edinburgh a tough time tonight. Now Holmes, still going Holmes. Oh, and driven wide in the end by Lars Bohinen. Batty. Oh, it's a great little chip. Ripley's still got possession. Causing problems tonight, Stuart Ripley. Newell holding this one up for Bohinen. With a delightful curler. And that's a 2-goal cushion for Rovers. Well, the scorer of the first goal was a surprise. It's Shearer.
Another milestone in the history of England's greatest striker. It's his 25th goal of the season. And the 1200th Premiership Crown, Shearer!
So the ton up for Shearer in the Premiership, 25 this season. At the other end, Armstrong could be troubling Blackburn. It's a fine save by Flowers. And Rovers get enough men behind the ball to deny Chris Armstrong. Eli Dumitrescu. Oh, it's a good header. Off the line, though. Well, Nethercott felt that he'd got one back for Tottenham. Rosenthal. Armstrong, it's a good cross. Sheringham's there. Good technique on the volley.
Father Christmas was pretty good to you this year. Manchester City on Boxing Day, and then the 100th goal for Blackburn just before the start of the new year.
Yeah, that's right. The night game, I think, against Man City, managed to get a goal, and also David Batty scored his first goal, I think, for Blackburn. That gave us 3 points again. And then we were playing Tottenham, which obviously we went into very confident after the result beforehand. And we got a good start, I think, off Nicky Marker from a corner. He headed the goal in. Then I've managed, as you said, to get my 100th Premier League goal, which obviously I was very delighted about.
He is a remarkable player, and his finishing and his goals tally is exceptional. But I think he goes deeper than that. I think he's him as a person. I don't want to keep talking about him because there is a danger of him being bigger. There's not, because he's never had it. But he is a remarkable young man, and some of the things he does, media-wise, I stand back and I'm actually amazed. And I think even Kenny was at times, because no one's taught him. I mean, he's just a level-headed guy, and he knows how to handle the stardom, really.
Now on to January, and after draws against Leeds United in the league and Ipswich Town in the FA Cup, Blackburn Rovers faced another struggling team, Queen's Park Rangers, at Loftus Road.
Batty again sets up the play, and Kenner got half a chance of getting away here. Oh, this is a good ball in. Shearer's there. Alan Shearer. He was the difference between these two teams on the opening day, and he scored again here.
Yeah, it was our first away win. I think we'd reverted back to the old red and black stripes instead of the new strip that we'd employed at the beginning of the season for the away games. And it was satisfying that we'd managed to finally gain 3 points away from home.
Just to prove what a topsy-turvy season it was becoming, Rovers were then beaten at Fortress Ewood by Ipswich in the third-round replay of the FA Cup. There was speculation about the future of David Batty as he was left out of the side, which took on Sheffield Wednesday at home.
Lars Bohinen slips it through nicely. Sherwood back out wide for Ripley. Ripley teasing the defender, who's got the cross in, and Alan Shearer's been left alone. He doesn't miss them from that range. He was just given too much room. The cross by Ripley was excellent, and the finish was on the half volley. No chance for the keeper. Oh, Bohinen's got a chance. Running through the middle, Lars Bohinen. Oh, incredible skills. Just virtuoso finishing. Just steps over the ball here, astonishing talent, and bemused Kevin Pressman for Rovers' second. Another good run by Bohinen. Alan Shearer now. Shearer's shot charged down. Gallagher, he's taken it round Walker, and it's a chip finish. which the keeper can do nothing about. Kevin Gallagher, excellent finishing. Nutmegs Walker and beats the keeper, all ends up 3-0.
Rovers were now on target for a UEFA Cup place as they reached 6th, their highest in the league all season. The excellent home form continued in the Lancashire derby against Bolton Wanderers.
Shearer's chasing after that one. Shearer from a very acute angle. Wasn't too far away. Well, he never gives up the hope of this. And the keeper does just as he wants and miskicks it. From there, it was very difficult. He nearly squeezed it in. Shearer's on the end of that one. And now Berg. Good ball in field. Gallagher. Alan Shearer. Always in the right place at the right time. Rovers after revenge. They were beaten by Bolton earlier this season, but they've got the start they wanted today. Gallagher's ball in was perfect.
A record of scoring against every Premiership football side is number 9 for Blackburn Rovers, Alan Shearer.
Oh, at the other end, Bolton have equalised. Incredible scenes. Green's the man who's done it. Cross-whipped into him. He just beats Flowers to it. 1-1, crucial stage of the game. Shearer flipped from behind a little bit, but he's got the strength. Oh, there's no offside, and Bohinen. How close can you get? Off the outside of the post. Blackburn looking the stronger. Another good ball in. Shearer heads down. And it's hooked away from the danger zone by Bolton. They're hanging on for grim death. Shearer! Alan Shearer has made the most of that mistake to hook it in. And Rovers go ahead in this all-Lancashire Premiership derby. Keeper was in no man's land. The defender didn't know what to do. Shearer did. Bolton probing away for a third. Here's Sherwood. Sherwood, it's a good cross. Shearer's there. Textbook header. Alan Shearer, another Premiership hat-trick and a copybook header. Sherwood's ball was excellent, but he's no right to get that power from there. He hung in the air.
Yet another hat-trick. Of the season, Alan Shearer has reached it in February. His 30th goal of the season.
Bolton, in the position they were at, were struggling for points. They really needed to try and win games away from home, take as many points as they could. But again, over the course of the game, it could have been 5 or 6 at the end.
Something you've become quite used to, a Shearer hat-trick.
Yeah, I think that might have been Alan's 3rd or 4th at the time. It's nice that he can score as many goals for us.
For the record, it was Shearer's 4th hat-trick of the season, 10 successive home wins in the league. A stern test followed a trip to Manchester United and a 1-0 defeat. A disappointing contest. The same couldn't be said of a thrilling game against Liverpool at Ewood Park.
McManaman, Collingwood. In complete disgust with himself at the shot. How did it go in? He's wondering. So too is Tim Flowers. An extraordinary goal here, which Flowers will put down to the state of the ground. Look at this. Well, you'll see that over and over again.
clean bowled, Tim Flowers. And Stan Collymore gets surely the strangest goal of his life. Blackburn have pulled everyone back. Well, Collymore's had a good look. And here it goes! Stan Collymore, this time with plenty of power, gets his second, and Tim Flowers is beaten again. And it's all going Collymore's way at Ewood Park. Shearer finding Ripley. Wilcox and Gallagher in the middle. Wilcox! That's a wonderful moment for Jason Wilcox. Ray Harford feels that now there's a different slant to the story. Wilcox, 11 months out, back at Old Trafford a couple of weeks ago. It's his second game in the senior side today. And he has marked it with a glancing header here. Just what Blackburn would have wanted. Ripley, who's cut back again onto his left foot to deliver the cross, and Wilcox got in first. No chance for James. Blackburn 1, Liverpool 2. Collymore on the move. Fowler, lovely play. And this is Michael Thomas. Flowers gets to it, but it spins off the goalkeeper into the net, and Liverpool lead by 3-1. Sherwood rifling it wide for Berg. Over Shearer. Sherwood. Warhurst. Kenner. Came off Wright's head. And driven in by Tim Sherwood. Still hope for Blackburn. 7 minutes to go. A little inquest in the Liverpool defence. And we'll see what they're made of now, because although Liverpool still lead, their composure may well be flustered by this. Sherwood puts it past James, and it's Blackburn Rovers 2, Liverpool 3. Goodmanson in the thick of things, and it fell invitingly for the captain.
Well, I've just seen it on a monitor, which is the first time I've had a chance to have a look at it, and Stan's sort of running out and he's topped his shot, and it's come to me.
Absolutely, in the classic orthodox goalkeeper's position, right?
Well, I thought, well, it was spinning around a bit, so I thought, well, I'll keep my eye on it, and you never know. And would you believe it? It flicked up in front of me, and that was it. But it's just one of those things.
This is David Batty. Batty going for goal! And what a way to open your account! David Batty's first goal for Blackburn, and it's a screamer!
That was David Batty's only goal in Rovers colours, and he was seen to be swapping it for the black and white of Newcastle. After a 2-0 defeat at Aston Villa, 3 defeats on the trot, plus a growing injury list, not the ideal build-up to the game against Manchester City at Main Road. 0-0 at half-time, 1-1 at full-time with an equaliser from Jonathan Lomas, but the abiding memory from that game from Rovers fans, this goal from Alan Shearer. Injuries were now beginning to stretch Rovers' resources to the limit. Graham Lasso, Ian Pearce, Chris Sutton, Stuart Ripley, Jason Wilcox, Paul Warhurst and Lars Bohinen all out injured. Tim Sherwood suspended for the home match against Leeds.
Graham Fenson's after this one. Fenson, one-on-one with the keeper. It's an impeccable finish from Fenson. Super finishing, and Rovers take the lead. Struck it beautifully, pulled it right into the corner.
A depleted squad carried on the good work at Tottenham.
Graham Fenson. And Shearer's onside, might hit this one first time. Shearer dives, and the penalty has been given. So Shearer against Walker.
1-0 Blackburn, and it's another penalty. Ian Walker must be sick of those. Little flick onto Shearer. Now Alan Shearer's got the pace here. Has he got the finish the second time? He has. A brilliant goal. He doesn't miss from that opportunity. Shearer is deadly on the one-on-ones. Well, Alan Shearer was given the incentive, but even so, that was a great finish. So Blackburn 2 up. So Fox floats it in. Now there's a chance and a goal for Teddy Sheringham. Spurs are back in the match, and it's Teddy almost inevitably who gets the goal. Wilson. And again Wilson. Armstrong! Brilliant! Take that one! Chris Armstrong. And it stood out like a beacon in a Blackburn Rovers side that have robbed Spurs with a victory in injury time, totally against the odds in the second half performance.
2 victories in a week moved Rovers up to 7th in the table to boost hopes of a European place. The side further strengthened by the acquisition of midfielder Gary Flitcroft from Manchester City for £3 million and defender Gary Croft from Grimsby Town for £1 million before the transfer deadline. Flitcroft made his debut against Everton at Ewood Park, but it was not a day to remember for the new boy. The league position looking more encouraging, 48 from 32 and still hopes of a UEFA Cup place, but they were dented by a 1-0 defeat by Southampton at the Dell.
Latest chapter in the championship race sees the defending champions taking on the would-be champions. And in case you haven't heard earlier in the day, Manchester United notched up another victory as Beardsley goes in here! Flowers comes out to meet him. Ripley. Trying to pull it across, and it comes off the top of the bar. We've had a fairly charmed existence lately of Newcastle. Is that to continue as Asprilla gets through and Hendry shuts him out. Lee! Into the side netting. There's Kenner. Newell. Wilcox away, the ball played into Sherwood. Great chance for Tim Sherwood, and it's wide.
Great bit of individual skill.
The flag has stayed down here when Newcastle thought that Shearer was offside, and Newell has broken into the box. It's Tim Sherwood. Can he line up the shot? Yes! Oh, it's off the bar! Newell goes in looking for the follow-up. And Newcastle keen to close the gap on Manchester United to 3 points after United's victory over Coventry through that man Eric Cantona again earlier today. Here's Gillespie. Watson to Batty. Break from Batty and it's in! What a goal and what a story as David Batty scores on his return to Ewood Park. His first goal for Newcastle, and what a place to score it!
Well, he didn't score too many goals, Batty. He doesn't score too many with his left foot either. But he certainly cracks this one. Great strike. Gillespie's involved, Watson, little ball into Batty, he's not closed down quickly enough. They should have been out much quicker. Flowers, no chance.
Henningberg. Everyone except Tim Flowers inside Newcastle's half now as Blackburn go for broke in search of this equaliser. This is Wilcox. Helping it through to Shearer. And Fenton! Fenton, the Geordie, combines with the other northeasterner, Alan Shearer, to
to slam the ball past Shaka Hislop and bring misery to the Tyneside visitors and their manager.
Well, they've kept Shearer quiet all evening. It's the first time he breaks loose. Gets himself a little bit of space. The ball's actually deflected. Comes to Fenton. Well, there may be one or two question marks against the keeper. I think he could have done better here. It's a good first-time volley, but it's straight at Hislop. I was surprised to see it end up in the back of the net, I have to say. It's probably, what, 8 or 9 yards. It's hit on the volley. But I think if you're going to win championships, you have to make saves like this. Directly at him, doesn't get his body fully behind it, and it ends up in the roof of the net.
Newcastle caught in this awkward dilemma now. They desperately want 3 points, but they don't want to throw away the one that they could earn if the score stays as it is. This is Ginola. Lovely ball to Gillespie. And he's pulled it back in there, turned away by Flowers. As Ferdinand and Beardsley are closing in. And now the break's on for Blackburn. Fenton shut out initially, but he could be through now. Put through by Shearer. It's 2-1. And Fenton has done it again. Newcastle can't believe it, but it's a Geordie boy who may well have left their championship bid in tatters.
What a substitution this has turned out to be from Ray Harford. He's brought Fenton on for Newell. I think he makes the wrong decision initially. He should have given this straight to Shearer. Goes by himself, gets a lucky break. He's probably offside there, but a great finish. Clips it over the advancing keeper. Lovely little finish, but was he offside?
Well, when Shearer played that ball, had Fenton straight into an offside position, that's something that Newcastle may well argue. But the bold fact is that Graham Fenton, who'd only scored 1 goal for Blackburn before tonight, has scored 2 this evening. And Kevin Keegan certainly thinks that Fenton was offside. The final whistle goes, and what price Newcastle for the title now? A damaging defeat inflicted by last year's champions Blackburn Rovers, with one of the new breed at Ewood Park, Graham Fenton, scoring both goals.
I mean, Newcastle's played 2 games away from home, 2 very hard games. I thought maybe they deserved to win more tonight than what they did against Liverpool, but all credit to the boys. I mean, this man here has made a name for himself.
Graham Fenton, a Geordie, a Newcastle supporter. Can you afford to go home now?
I don't think so, like. Had a few friends over last night, and they were saying if you're a sub and you get on, don't score, for God's sake, like. But fortunately, it's my job, like, so.
Right, yeah.
That'd be done.
You're a professional, you take the goals. The first one, do you think you had some help from the goalkeeper?
All I can really remember about is I was part in it. He had a shot himself and it deflected, and I was just fortunate to get on the end of it. I'm not sure what Shaka could have done about it, like, because it was one that you put into the floor, like, so it was unfortunate, but fortunate for me.
The second one, Graham, did you think you were offside?
I wasn't quite sure. I knew it wasn't for the first one. John Beresford asked us if I was for the second one, and I couldn't really tell him. I'll have to have a look on the replay on the telly, and I'll tell you after that.
Rovers carried on the spirit of that late show when they tore into Nottingham Forest with a 5-star display at the City Ground.
Steve Stone, England international, to Bart Williams. Tackled well. And Blackburn could be away here. And they certainly are away. Here's Alan Shearer. He's got a free run at goal here. Shearer, it's on his left foot. Doesn't matter. He's beaten Crossley easily. Alan Shearer give him half a chance, and it's in the back of the net. It's a good, powerful run to the edge of the area. Just gets inside and then hits it. Fine goal. There's appeals for a free kick there, not given. And Jason Wilcox has possession for Rovers. Which way is he going to go? Wilcox. Cuts inside. Oh, there's the shot, and there's the goal. And that's a beauty. Struck tremendously well. Billy McKinley into the corner. 2-0 for Rovers. Well, here's Ian Wone, he's got a dangerous left foot. Wone. Oh, he struck it directly in. Took everyone by surprise. Gets Forest back into the game, Ian Wone. That's 2-1. Shearer. Alan Shearer squeezed the cross in, and Wilcox has replied in the perfect fashion. Alan Shearer, you'd never think he'd get it over from that angle, but he did, and Wilcox says thanks very much. Number 3. Fenton pulls it in for Shearer. Shearer dummies it. Great chance. And no mistake for Wilcox. That's 4 for Rovers. Alan Shearer took the defender with him, and Wilcox slotted it home with ease. Ripley, that's a fine ball forward. Shearer's got his head on it. Here's Fenton. He's gone round the keeper. Fenton scores. 5 for Rovers. Well, they've loved playing against Forest this season. 7 at Ewood Park. 5 here at the City Ground. Fenton's first touch good. His second produces the goal.
We came today knowing that we needed a victory, and we've done that. We're very pleased.
Territorial, it was a close game, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think well, goals always change things, and when we went 2 goals up, we looked comfortable, but then they got one back, and it's always going to be difficult after it in the second half. But we've put a couple more in, and that's killed the game off.
Alan Shearer not only put you ahead, he was involved in most of the others too.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's Alan Shearer. You know, he didn't only score goals, he provides goals as well. And I was lucky to be on the end of a couple.
That demolition job was followed by the shock news that Alan Shearer would require an operation on a troublesome groin injury. The country's leading scorer was to go into hospital after the game against Wimbledon, where he tried to become the first player to score 30 goals in 3 successive top-flight seasons. Well, we didn't have long to wait for the clincher.
Now chip forward to Shearer. Great first touch. Shearer hits one. You won't see better than that. Alan Shearer, his first touch was delectable from Wilcox's ball, and his second was venomous. There's Robbie Earle for Wimbledon. It's not a bad strike at all. That's 1-1. Shearer stolen it. Alan Shearer, bad angle. Oh, he just whips it in the top corner. Easy as you like. This is just tremendous finishing. The angle was tough, so he just lifted it high into the corner. The keeper had no chance. To the far post. Gale's up there for Wimbledon. And he's equalised. It's 2-2 and Rovers can't shake them. Now here's a chance. Going to be a long-range shot. The keeper's only parried it. Fenton doesn't miss them. Well, he's in a rich vein. McKinley's shot was only parried by the keeper.
3 wins on the trot had set up an exciting climax to the season as Rovers chased a European place. But they had to go to the graveyard of European hopes in years gone by, Arsenal at Highbury. They did get a point, however.
It's a long ball forward. And Wilcox is there. Wilcox has looked for the chip shot, and Gallagher's going to turn it in. Jason Wilcox made this. He's chipped the keeper beautifully, and Kevin Gallagher had the simplest of tasks. Barlow's chasing in the area. He's got round Hendry, and it's been given. Penalty kick, Ian Wright. Takes it coolly. That's 1-1.
Ian Wright.
It takes time. And I think I would just ask supporters to be patient, knowing that we're all trying to pull the right way. We're all trying to get the best team in the league on the pitch and winning. I think people have got to understand that, you know, everybody wants to win. But sometimes when you lose, you maybe learn a little bit more about different things.
After a long and arduous season, the final game against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge.
Spencer, good ball in. Hughes was up there, misses it. Driven in, second attempt. Goal for Dennis Wise. Wilcox going to send it out wide again. Fenton, that's a good cross, and it's a good header, and it's a fine goal for Rovers. Tim Sherwood. Cleared by Chelsea. Wilcox. Another cross into the far post. McKinley. It's a fine header. It's a bullet header. And it's 2-1 Rovers. It's a long overarm throw by Flowers. Wilcox gets on the end of it. Jason Wilcox. It's a cutting ball through the middle. There's a chance here. It's Warhurst. Warhurst squares it. And Fenton says thank you very much. That's number 3 for Blackburn. And there's the celebration. Chelsea with Spencer. Get one back. It's 3-2.
So a real roller coaster of a season comes to an end, with Rovers finishing in 7th position, tantalisingly close to a European place, but mindful that away performances will have to be better in the next campaign.